Welcome back to the Western Wilds for episode 20 with me, MrSealyp. Since we last met on our behind the scenes video, I have finished the jobs I was intending to do. So our grass, there we go. Ooh, turn the grass on, yeah. So the grass is all in. If we go back to that, you'll see it's all done, it's limed, it's fertilised, it's all been rolled, and we have also now got, go back, there we go, we've got cotton in there, which was what I said I was going to do. Again, that's now fertilised, it's been rolled, and when I say it's been rolled, I did say when I did the mod review, it depends if you watch the mod reviews and Let's Plays, I bought a Mandako. So I bought a Mandako. That's tucked under there that we'll use next time. In this episode, I'm going to move those bales, and you may also notice in the time in between, I've done a little bit more logging, and I've bought another couple of things. I sold one of the Mack trucks. I think I'm going to sell the other one, and upgraded. I've got a TLX Phoenix. I've got a CMS. I think I've got a CMS with high horsepower. Now, there's a reason why I did that. It may just seem extravagant because I've gone for the motherload. I've gone for one of the 52, 53, what was it? 53-foot drop deck trailers. Again, that was on the mod review. Now, I put a stack of 7 meters, stack of 7 meter. That wasn't as tight as it could have been. And then most of the log is here. Less than half is overhanging, and I wasn't happy with that. It's strapped down fine. The beauty of this bin, because you've got this bar here, not the ramp, had it been a drop down, that would have all dropped off the back. There would have been too much weight. It sat on there really well and strapped down, but the Mack truck was sitting right up against these logs, pretty much. So I decided to get a TLX Phoenix with a bit more horsepower, and I also got the longer bed, and it also got the fifth wheel that can be adjusted forwards and backwards. So with that longer extension and that fifth wheel pushed as far back as it will go, that gave me a bit more space here. So what I'm going to do next time I load one up like this, I'm going to bring this lot of logs forward to about here, the whole lot, which means that lot will all move forward a bit, and this lot will all come forward by about there, and there'll be about maybe that much overhanging rather than all of that lot. So that was my reason behind it. Although it's gone on and it's mad, that's going to go to the standard sawmill, whatever you call it. I'm just going to rack it all up and put as much in as I can. The big jumbo trees, that's what's left of this load here. We had, was it 4, 8, 9 there. I've got another load over there which need cutting up. I'm not sure how many we've got there. 6? Is it 5 or 6? 2, 4, 6, another 7 there, which all needs to be loaded up, and I'm kind of working my way back, clearing this as we go. So, the thing as well, I said we would look at, I put another 50,000 litres of straw into the manure processor. I'm just going to go actually and see how much we've got in here. We were up to about 195,000 litres of manure, so I'm going to take the first load of that over to the biogas plant and get that chugging away again, because in buying those couple of bits and getting the Mandako, the money's dropped down, say, a fair bit. We're under a million. What am I going to do? We're under a million. So what I'm going to do is do that process. Like I say, I don't know, I haven't really paid attention to the recipe for that. It's just the recipe for potatoes and the silage I've really been paying attention to. And then what I'm going to do is probably, I didn't even check, did I? What are we looking at? Oh, we were way up. We had 270,000 litres. That's brilliant. And I'm going to take the mowers. That's the other thing I might do. I keep jumping through sets of mowers. It doesn't seem like long ago, although I've done a load of mowing with that mower set. I might get a self-propelled mower. You know, I might go for the big M450. I mean, it's 380 grand, but if I do a bit more of the of this and sell a load of methane, that means I won't need a tractor when I'm doing any of my mowing work. I can get on with doing that with the self-propelled one and use the tractor for something else. Or I could buy another large tractor. I need to decide all these big decisions. So I'm off to the methane, off to the biogas plant. I am curious. I've got a bit of clip in there through the cover. I'll leave the cover off. I'm just finding with the heavier loads and stuff and the logs, the mat gets going, it goes up through the gears, and they've done well, both of these, Matt. Again, because the amount of stuff, I suppose because the last episode as well, I said like off-screen, behind-the-scenes stuff, you guys may not have seen as much use with them as I've actually used them for. I mean, this one, to be fair, has only been used for 1.5 hours. I haven't had it that long at all. But then you think 1.5 hours of driving around, that's one of the lorries. That is actually a fair bit. You think if you drove around constantly for 1.5 hours, yeah, that's actually a fair bit. Not as much as some of the other vehicles, but anyway. So, I'll see over the biogas plant in a moment, and then we're going to take the TLX Phoenix and drop off that load of logs. And then I'm going to get, I downloaded, what's it called, Tool Bale, I think it was, for telehandlers, and I'm going to move those bales because I've been saying about that for ages. I want to get them done. So yeah, so we've got a new trailer and a new lorry, and I think I'll probably get a second one. We'll see how we go with the methane. Like I say, I don't know what this is going to produce. Let's see, shall we? I can't remember what the capacity of this is. I only filled it once. Right. Let's get that in. I'll go back and get another load in a minute. We have methane-rich manure, hopefully. Let's look at the recipe, shall we? So the silage is a 484 in. And we do the potatoes normally, it's 1, 2, 1, 2. So manure, 20, 20, 1, 4. Actually, that's not a bad ratio, is it? That's over half of what's going in is going to be methane. The potatoes, yeah, the potatoes is better. Okay, well, only took 70,000 litres. Ooh, okay, that might be a slower process then. Cycles per month 24, 24. Yeah, silage 2,400 and potatoes 2,400. This is going to be a slow grind with manure. There's me thinking it was going to be a big payout. Sugar beet is 24. Sorry, sugar beet cut, but sugar beet is 2,400, not 20. Okay. I knew it took it, but I wasn't sure the cycle speed. Yeah, I mean it's crazy, isn't it? Oh well. Okay, well, the other thing I could do then, if I take back what I've got left, if that's a slower burn, that's going to be a very slow burn, isn't it? I shall mould this over some more. Well, I have back, and then we'll get. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the store. And I'm going to get another TLX. Let's sell the Mac and get another TLX. Just because I fancy an upgrade. I do like these. The look of these, detail on them, the interior is fantastic. I just want a bit more oomph now, I think. I haven't got the CMS. I've got the cat. This is my new one, and I realised while I was doing the setup for this one that I could have changed my setup in the other one, which I'm going to. So on my rack here, I've now got lights and a light bar, which on the other one I didn't have. So I took the other one back in to change it. This one is a longer one as well, with the fifth wheel where it is. But I realised in setting this one up, I've just dropped off the manure that I had left, so that's back in there. I realised that I could have gone for the heavy haul, which is even longer still, and it's got a third axle which I've dropped down. So this one I might change to that, but what I've done with this one, where are we? I took that over to my toolbox, so now we've got the heavy haul, which is even longer, which means I've got even more space, so I can really take these probably another third of the way along, take these even further out, which means my overhang on the back next time I do a full load will be even less. That's a beast of a bit of kit in it. So let's take this, straight pipes, flappers, a monumental amount of horsepower. Now I'm not sure the trailer how tippy it's likely to be, so I'm not going to be going stupidly fast. I'm going to take my time. It's always a risk, especially when you're as overloaded. You know what, I need to put those on and give it a bit of the old... That's really quite mad. This is the motherload. Look at it. Do you think how far I've come from a pickup and a chainsaw to this? Yeah, I might be slightly overloaded. I might be breaking the axle weights. Actually, that's a good point. Are my lights far enough apart across this bridge that I can get out? I didn't really get the angle right on that, did I? No, I'm cutting into my crop. Didn't want to do that. I could have come a little bit further over. Right. Now, I don't know if this is all going to fit into the sell point either, so we'll see if it all goes. I'm curious to see how much 3 lots on here will be. Huh. It's a mighty rig, and from inside, oh, it's lovely in here, isn't it? In a straight line, we're all right. I'm a bit more worried about turning. I need to be outside for this. Just very nervous. Probably have to cut across the grass here. Whoa, don't swing too wildly, MrSealyp. Take it out, then swing it round. Just missed the fence. Didn't go over the crop. All good. And the other thing as well, I probably didn't even mention it, but when I was doing a lot of the work around here, once I bought various different bits, I took a couple of fence panels away and put some different entrances in, and I put an entrance the other side of the sawmill. I can't remember if I mentioned it or not. I might have done. And to be fair, I'm probably going to drive on the grass once. Oh, that was a bit of a wobble. I can only imagine driving this over hilly terrain. You know, up and down bumps, hills, tight turns. This would go over, wouldn't it? Yes, that is... Oh. Take it easy. Yeah, got a lot of movement. Yeah, so I put this bit in here to make it easier, so I didn't have to keep backing in. I could just drive straight through. In theory. Beacon's off. So what we'll do, we'll see how much we've got in there to start off with. I'm going to put that about equidistant where I normally would. Hop out. So what we've got in here at the moment? 432,000. Okay, that was alright. Let's take the straps off. Do that again. So it does mean what I can do if I wanted to, hang on, I've lost it, there we go, is that bit at the back, I could take that over to the other one there. But what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in here as well, and then the next load, see that shouldn't be like that, I should have done that first, shouldn't I? I should have gone right through, done that last lot first. Don't worry about it, I'm sure it's okay. I'm sure the physics of this are absolutely fine. 531,000. Another large monster log. Let's get that in as well. 535,211 litres of wood. Good to go. Right. Well, I've got the rest of those logs to... oh, my straps all went. There we go. Yeah, I've got the rest of that lumber to collect. I'm going to put it onto the trailer and I'm going to put it over into the carpentry, just to keep it all kind of balanced. And then mowing. Do I want? I'm deliberating. If I've got manure chugging away over a period of time, do I want to take the silage that I've got on hand at the moment over to the biogas plant and get that running a little bit faster? And have the manure as kind of a slow burn over a longer period. I don't know what I want to do. I'll give it some thought. I mean, I have got enough money to buy the self-propelled mowers now, and I'd make a little bit of money back selling the mowers I've got, I suppose. Is that an extravagance? Probably. That's what we're all about. I've just bought 2 CLX Phoenixes. Wow, that looks amazing. Well, I say amazing. Scary how much more I've cleared. This bit of woodland was a lot more patchy. They were a lot further spread apart. So when I cleared a big section, see all that bit all there with grass and these bits here, that was a big open area there that didn't really have much on it. So that's why. That's what I'm going with anyway. Oh yeah, while we're here, let's lease the tool bale for telehandlers. That one there, I think I'm going to lease. Do we want short? Well, they're seriously long forks. Do I want long forks? Actually, yeah, because we need to go right through the bale stack, don't we? Oh, you can change it. Wheel loader, front loader. We'll go with telehandler because that's what we've got. We might as well. Am I going to buy it or lease it? It's only 3,100. I'm going to put it a colour that I can see because I have a nightmare finding these things. Design colour, we'll leave like that. Yeah, let's buy it. Why not? So I'll use that for moving the bales later on. I've got more logs to stack on now. I'll move that lorry. Let's put that away. I'm not going to adjust that to the heavy haul yet because at the moment it doesn't need to be. I just need the heavy haul to be on the log trailer at the moment, so we might leave this one as it is. It's been a few days since I recorded the previous bit, in real life, not in game, obviously, but I have carried on doing a bit of tidying up, and as you can see, I said the second load would be better for my mother load logging trailer. So what I did when I put this lot on, I put them a lot further forward because I've got the heavy haul version of the TLX, so that gave me a bit more room that end, which gave me a little bit of an overhang there, which meant I could shuffle these all up, which meant the last set of logs, I've got 3 sets of, I always refer to them as stanchions, I know there's a proper logging term, and all these straps here to support them rather than having so much overhanging off the back. Yes, it's still an overhang, but if I can get 3 stacks on each delivery rather than just 2, hey, why not? I've only got to go from here to just over there. That's not too much of a problem. I've got some more trees, obviously I'm going to be cutting down. I'll get onto those later on. And I'm going to move these bales. While I've been doing all this and moving logs and doing all this sort of things, I've been doing a kind of ongoing time and motion study. As new products and facilities and things become available, I kind of have a look and see, you know, can I be more productive than I'm being now? And I'll be honest, I think I can. I'm not sure about I'm going to have to put the building in first. What I'm going to do, these 2 I only just put in, didn't I, in the last episode? Was it the last episode? 25 grand a pop, and they do 1-to-1 ratio, wheat or barley, and you get 5,000 litres of seed at a time it will process. So I've just emptied that, 10,000 litres out of those. That's going to go into my storage over there. This is currently sitting on 56,101 litres of digestate. Now that, my previous one that I had was a 10-to-1 ratio. This is a 4-to-1 ratio, which is way better than the 10-to-1. But there's a new facility that has become available that I am going to build that will probably replace both of these. So I'm going to put the seed into there. I'm going to empty all the fertilizer out I've got in there at the moment. I'm going to build it anyway because I know for a fact the seed will be better, but it also gives me the ability to produce total mix ration if I want to. I think we can do... Can we do our own digestate? I think we can do... There's a whole load of stuff we can do with it. So I think I might do that. I'm also thinking, I wasn't sure what I've been waiting for. I've got a silage being produced there. Another reason why I might do the other facility, because it might replace that as well. Because that is producing 120 cycles a month for my grass and hay silage. I'm pretty sure the new facility does 240. So I could potentially replace that as well. So it might mean transferring a whole load of stuff over into the new facility. Again, I'm just toying with a few ideas of trying different things out. Next episode after this one, I'm going to be doing cows. That's what I was going to say. I've got silage, I've got hay, and I've got straw. I can make total mix ration. So next episode will be cows. I'm probably going to be, because we've got the chickens there, sheep there, and I want to put a second sheep pasture in back to back with that one. I might put the cows over here. Not that I've been clearing this area for cows, obviously that's a massive area. But there's new animal pack. Yeah, so I'm just, again, I'm weighing up cost versus the amount of animals I can have in there. Do I want them to produce manure and slurry? If not, I could go for a pasture. If I want manure and slurry, then I probably want to go for one with a barn. So yeah, it's just weighing it all up, working out the best way of doing it. So what I said I was going to do was move these. This will allow me to have this back as a kind of a drive-through. If I do a stack of 4s first. I'm not sure whether this has. I'm sure it's a strap function. I can't remember. That's why I went for the long prongs. So I can go right the way through, hopefully to there. Lift that up. Another great reason for having the weight on the back of this tent is the strap. It's weird because it says. Let's bring that down. Yeah, I think it does, you know. Let me just check something. Let's do to that. Fasten and unfasten tension belts. Whilst you can't see them, I'm sure. Hang on, let's just click. Yeah, they're a bit wobbly. I'm sure they are. Tension belts on this. This bale fork's pretty cool then. This was the bale tool I said about. So what I'm going to do is put them under here. I'm going to put them this way round, so that if I need to access them, I can access them with the telehandler, without having to mess around getting in the way of the header. Also, I can put something from the other end if I do more hay, and I'm going to be doing more because I've got a load more ground I need to clear. So, tension belts off, drop that right down. There we go. So what I'll do is probably do another 4. And then those 2 to the side, I'll make the other 2 stacks into 4s as well. Does that make sense? Yeah, it does to me. That's as long as I understand what's going on, that's the main thing. If I don't understand what's going on, then we really are in trouble. So, thank you to everyone for all their birthday wishes to SealyG. It's very kind of people. Very much appreciated. So, thank you for that. We had a great time away. She had a great time away. It was one of those things. We asked her, what do you want to do? You know, we thought she might want a party. She might, you know, we'll go to the Lake District. So that's where we took her. Yeah, we did a whole load of stuff. It rained a lot, but we were ready for the weather. It's the Lake District. It can rain a lot, so you go allowing for the fact it might. And we did a load of cool stuff. It was really nice. So yeah, thank you to everyone. It was very kind. A lot of very lovely comments and messages for her on her birthday, and just generally. So yeah, lovely. I say I'm back. It depends when this posts, whether this posts Thursday or Friday. Am I going to be doing mod reviews? I'm not sure, because I have got a load of stuff I really need to be getting on with. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I will get onto the mod reviews. It might be starting fresh next week from Monday. It really does depend. So like I say, what I'll do is turn each of these stacks into a 4. When I say a 4, I mean 4 high, not 4 bales. It's 8 bales in each one, but and then I can stack them all out of the way. It does mean then with the Mandako I can drive straight through without. The same with my my cultivator and all that. Let's pop those two. Right, so I guess what we'll do next then is we'll check out this new facility. Straps, there we go. I'll need to move. Oh, I'm not quite level on there. That's all right. And then I'll move all the stuff I need to move, and we'll see if we can improve our production. I mean, that's the whole point of kind of constantly doing that time and motion study. You know, I know it's not full time and motion study, but it's always looking for those efficiencies. You know, less trips, moving faster, larger capacities, all the things you can do to improve what you're doing, to speed up processes or to make processes easier, whichever way around you're going to go about doing it. If I've taken the time to cut all the grass and prep it all and get it into a silo, I want maybe a silo that works more productively than the one I've got at the moment, or, you know. And I know for some of these, it's been kind of, so with some of the tractors as well, they haven't been in very long. Simply because, I suppose it's no different to technology. As technology moves forward, you think about buying laptops and computers and mobile phones and all that kind of stuff. Pretty much by the time you buy whatever it is you're buying, the next generation of that is already in production. It's already being prepared. It's already planned. It's already researched. And it's almost like you're buying something that's already obsolete, because within 12 months, once they've got it all prepped and ready, the new version will come out, which is so much better and so much faster, and, you know, and it's the same sort of thing, really. Had, you know, if something hadn't come out that was better to replace it, I wouldn't be replacing it, because I'm very happy with the processes at the moment. But I just think, you know what, in the interest of trying things out as well, why not give it a go? If I can make things smoother and better, if I can utilise my digestate more efficiently, or, you know, whatever it is I'm doing, I might as well. So anyway, right, that's the bales done. I can put the harvester header back, and I can put the harvester back under here. It does give me a bit more room to do stuff. I'm also thinking, I didn't buy that tree begon that I'm using for getting rid of the stumps on the John Deere. I didn't buy it. I just leased it, I think. So what I might do is buy one of those. I do need to have a look at the price. Doesn't mean I have room for another stack here if I want to do more. I'll do that. And I can put more in from the other side if I want to. Just keep, and again, I know they don't need to be covered. And with the seasons we have on FS22, you know, unlike the realismus modding version where grass and hay and stuff like that left out would degrade, and obviously we don't have that. But it's still, you know, for a feeling of doing things properly, or to some degree properly, I want to have it like that. So then this will just go sort of tuck in just under next to them. Does give me a bit of room for another one to the other side if I want to. Just keeps this under cover as well. There we go. And it also means I'm not going to hit my harvester header, my harvester roof, trying to get underneath. I probably could have put those further under. I suppose what I could do. Oh no, don't worry. We'll shove those with the. There you go. So everything's under there, nice and tidy, bales out of the way, job done. Happy with that. So on to the next step then. Let's sort out all of this, put the seed away, and how high do I need that? A bit more, because it tilts forward. Let's go more to the centre. There we go. And away. Right. Like that. Stop that for a second. I think I might buy a set of those. Did I buy them or did I lease them? I've got to double check because I can't remember now. It's been so long. Oh, I bought them. I didn't think I had, but okay. That's good because if I'm going to be moving bales around, I need them. It was under telehandler tools. Yeah, I did buy them. That's cool. I also bought the Tedder, the LO TR300, the original one I leased. I've bought one. That was $7 grand. Oh, that's the other thing as well I've done. I was fiddling around with the options for my Xerion. I've got I put tracks on it. I thought I'd give it a go with tracks. Yeah, it looks cool. We'll see how that goes. So we've got 10,000 litres of seed that these two produced, and then I'll empty the fertiliser out and let's get this building in. We'll see about processes, and then what I'm going to do is whiz over to that. Don't you remember that new plot I bought? Was it Field 36 that I accidentally bought, and then it won't, well, not accidentally, I tried to do some landscape and it won't let me sell it back. We'll have a go with that. We'll check in here as well. I think I've only got this 10,000 litres of seed on hand. There might be some in the seeder itself. And then fertiliser, I've got some in here already, but there'll be the other 56,000 litres from there. So at the moment we're looking at, oh, why is that telling me? There we go. Oh, it doesn't say. Manure, wheat, lime, straw. I'd have to go into the menu, I think, to check it. And then, like I say, what I'll probably do, if the production is better for the new building compared to this silo here as well, I'll have to spend a bit of time transferring the hay and straw out. I'll stop production at the moment. I'll move the silage out, then I'll put the hay and straw into the new building, and then we'll process. I mean, I could process in both, in all honesty, have them both running, and have multiple silos. I could do, couldn't I? That could be a way forward as well. It's all options. This I get taken out from here. Start filling. Okay, I'll see you in a minute when this is all emptied, and we'll see where we're at with this new building, shall we? So there we have it. This is the farm supplies production. Now this could certainly supersede this, but it'll give us supersede. It'll super. Yeah, I'll stop there. Let's go and have a look. So we can do grass hay. Oh, actually, so yeah, I could just put the grass in there and transfer 240 cycles per month. Total mixed ration menus, and this is I like this because we've got options. So 1,000, 1,500, 3,000. Yeah, so it's pretty much is a 1-to-1. So I can do a total mixed ration ratio there with hay, silage, straw, and get my total mixed ration. I can just do hay and silage with no straw, which I absolutely could do, and actually I'm thinking I might do, and then keep the straw for bedding because I haven't got a huge amount, so that might be a better option. Total mixed ration 3, we can have mineral feeding if we want to. I'm not sure I'm going to do that one. I'll probably do total mixed ration 2 if I was going to do a total mixed ration for my cows in here. We can do mineral feed, stones, right, so we've grass silage. Yeah, 240 cycles. The other one runs at 120, I think. So that's a 1-to-1, that's fine. Hay silage 1-to-1. I'm getting 1-to-1 already, but just less cycles per month. Chaff silage, straw silage. Right, silage digestate. So we can put hay. Is that grass or hay? Hang on. That's grass. If we put grass and water in, we can produce our own silage and digestate. Oh, that's not a bad idea. And that is, I mean, I say it's a 1-to-1. I mean, it is a 1-to-1, isn't it? We're actually getting more. That's brilliant. We can do it with chaff. Right, then seeds. Right, so the seed production at the moment was a 1-to-1. So I'm replacing that for this facility, so we can do 1-to-1. This will have a better capacity, I think. We can do it with wheat, barley, or corn. Will give us seed if we want to. We've got a big cornfield, so we could do that. We can do lime, digestate, liquid fertilizer, digestate, solid fertilizer. So this is right. You know what? I'm better off keeping my. I'm going to keep my solid fertilizer facility because that's a 10-to-1. I'm back to a 10-to-1 ratio, whereas the other one's a 4-to-1. So I'll keep my. Oh, you know, at the end of the day, there's a whole lot of processes I can do it. That I like silage digestate. If we put the grass in and get that producing, we'll get both running on there. So we'll get silage and digestate, and then my hay silage I'll just run. I wonder if I run them both. That one and that one. Oh, all I can do is give it a go. So I'll cut a load more grass, and the other thing being as well, having just paid for the tedder, I can just come up to the top if I want to and just do grass to hay 1-to-1. So it's a whole, it does everything. Only costs 25 grand. That's pretty cool. So this will remain and will stay where it is. This one, then I'm going to put some more wheat we've got. I'm going to put that into there. We'll get some more seed being produced. And what I'm going to do then is probably transfer over what I've got in there into there. I don't know what the capacity of this is though. It probably says somewhere. Right, okay. Well, that's what I need to do next then, is probably stop production on this one. I'll move the silage out first. We'll put that into storage. Or do I just leave this and just take it out? I'll leave the building here, because if I do at some point have so much grass I don't want to do with it all, and I'm not sure what the capacity of that one is yet. Right, I've got a load of work to do now then. I need to move the silage out of here that we've got at the moment. We've got 916,000 litres of grass, straw. No, the straw's not in. The straw's over there. Silage 77, hay. Right, so Okay. Again, see you in a bit. I've got a load of transferring of products to do. Glad though that I can keep my fertilizer production. Transferring over is complete. Like I said, I'm going to keep that where it is, and I'm going to keep that. I haven't transferred all the grass and hay over. I've transferred 700, well, about 750,000 litres of the grass, about 750,000 litres of the hay. I've also bought a load of water in, and I've also put in the standpipe. So if I do need to add more water, I can. I've left some, only about 100, not a lot, 150,000 litres, somehow, maybe not even that. 166,000 litres of grass, 167,000 litres of hay in here. So that can stay in there, and that's no longer processing. I've left that. So that can be used towards tail mix ration. The grass, I'm going to keep 166,000 litres because we can use some of that for feed for the sheep. So I'm going to leave that as it is at the moment. What I have put into here, I have set to process, I think we've got grass silage, hay silage, and let's double check what we've got going on here. Where's the thing gone? There we go. So I've got, yeah, grass silage and hay silage both running at 240 cycles per month rather than 120. I've also put the silage digestate on. That's why I put water in there as well. So we'll have lots of silage being prepared, but we'll also have digestate being produced. The digestate, along with digestate we get from the biogas plant, will go to making fertilizer as it stands at the moment. I bought some wheat over, I think I bought 15,000 litres. It was about 15,000, I'm sure it was. Yeah. That's now producing seed. And yeah, so I say the ratios of those two weren't as good as I was hoping, so that's not a problem. And lime also, I could produce lime here if I want to, but I'm getting better production where I am at the moment as well. I don't really do mineral feed in my mixes. I could do, but I don't. And like I say, I can transfer over and put grass near to make hay. So as it goes at the moment, we are now producing silage. We've got 7,272 litres already produced. If we go across and down there, we should also have, yeah, that's there. Digestate 1,338 litres already, and seed 3,407. So all the processes are doing it as they should. I have left wheat over there in our storage because I need that to feed the chickens. Once the barley's ready to harvest, then that'll give me some more options. I'll have more straw. As far as manure production goes, because the manure processing over at the biogas plant is pretty slow, what I've got in that manure processing plant, I'm leaving for the time being. Because also, once we get cows and they start producing manure as well, we're going to be fine. So the straw I've got on hand at the moment will be for bedding. I'm thinking I'm probably going to go for the TMR mix of just doing silage and hay. Generally speaking, I'll add straw in to pad it out, and I may well do further down the line. Once I've done the barley, and then we've got the crop, we've got oats as well. Yeah, once we've got more straw, we can. So as I said, I've put tracks on this. What I'm going to do now is head out and get that field cut and then collected. I'm going to put that in and we'll get that. It's just so I've got a real good stock there. If I'm processing more cycles per month, it's going to get through it quicker, so I'm going to need more. Then I'm going to come back and off camera, I'll finish off cutting some of those trees down, fill up that log trailer again. That'll go over to the sawmill. Some will go to the sawmill, some will go to the carpentry on the next run I do. But I'm heading to field, I'm sure it's 36 I said, didn't I? I'm sure it's 36 I bought. Just look at the map. Yeah, I think it was. So whatever grass is available there, I'm going to cut. As far as, like I said, about getting the self-propelled mower, the Corona, I don't know at the moment. I might keep these for the time being. Again, I don't, maybe not. There'll be a fair bit of grass, and there's some more trees I can cut down here as well if I want to. I was also thinking about if I'm going to keep that production really up, I could, if I wanted to, buy another field. That's what I was thinking. I meant to mention too, as part of our expansion. I've put cotton in there. When the barley field's ready to harvest, I'm going to do that. But what I might do, although now we've got a clump of trees up there, I should have done it with that one. What I was thinking of doing was doubling the field, so buying the plot above, and when I do the next harvest, I suppose I could do it with the barley one, take it up to there and maybe do a kind of odd-shaped field. I could cut all those trees and then go again. But I'm thinking of having one that's double. So for the next harvest round, we'll have a big old field. Obviously, we've got the corn growing there as well. And we've got all this down here. How are we going for growth? Yeah, we're looking all right. Barley's obviously going to be the next one to go. And we've got our poplars, we've got our potatoes, and we've got our grapes. I need to mulch too, don't I? I must forget to do that. So let's turn that on. I need to line up because I'm not quite sure as far as boundary goes. Probably about there, I guess. We'll soon find out when I drop it down. It says you don't own this, clear off. Turn that on, drop that down. And away we go. So, I think, as a kind of return from being away for a few days, this, again, I'm going to come to edit, it's not going to be a short one, is it? It's still going to be like 50 minutes long, probably. This is where we're going to end this episode. Next episode, like I say, we're going to get into cows. We're going to get them going. Whether I'm going to buy a feed mixer... Where does this boundary end? To the other side of the bridge, isn't it? Yeah, whether I'm going to buy a feed mixer or whether I'm just going to mix it in the silo we've got, I haven't decided. Okay, we'll see. How far is that going to let me go? Right, cool. But, yeah, like I say, for now, that's the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're still enjoying it. If you have, if you have, and if you are, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.